Okay, today we'll be doing a gift box with a waste carton. This is my Hollandia yogurt carton. So I'm actually trying to cut out the cover, what I'll use in covering the carton. So you see I'm going to leave a half inch. So first of all, I need to cover the inside because if you see the inside, it's not standing on its own. So it needs support. So there is this blue paint I actually used, and it was remaining small. So I didn't want to waste it. I had to use it to color the carton, and I left it somewhere. So I just remembered it. I had to use it here. So this is me trying to gum the whole stuff to balance and make sure that everything looks good. Then I brought it to measure half inch half each inches on the four corners. Then I'll cut out this part, the four corners. I'll cut out a little square shape from the parts. Then I'll use my ruler or whatever you have to bend the four corners. Make sure that when you are measuring this thing, it needs the cover. You need to give it half inch. I also need to give another extra 1 or 2 inches to the holder. This part that I'm gumming now is the holder. So it has to be like 1 inches or 2 inches, however you want it. But I'm not talking about the holder now. The part that is not bending, the flat surface has, you need to keep an extra space so that it will be able to cover the other carton. An extra space at least half inches so that the cover will be bigger than the carton. Now this is my sugar paper. I'm using it to cover the body of the carton. So I'll be using it with my top bun to cover the body of the carton. That's fluorescent paper. I mean to say fluorescent paper, not sugar paper. You can actually use any paper. You can use cardboard paper. You can use sugar paper. You can use fluorescent. You can use glitter. You can use pelican. So I'll apply my gum on the whole surface of this carton so that to be able to stick to so I'll be able to stick this blue paper to the carton. So whatever you're trying to do, please be careful to avoid the gum from staining the paper. You keep applying the gum until you are done with the four corners of the carton. You can use any carton depending on how big you want your gift box to be. I actually selected this because for the purpose of this video, I'm not actually using it for anything. So I just had to just choose a smaller carton just to show example of how I create my gift box. Make sure when you apply your gum, use your hand and spray. Use your hand and blend the paper until the paper has covered the surface that is flat on the surface. Then make sure you trim out the excess parts before gumming it together. So this is what I'm trying to do now. I'm trimming out the excess part. Then I'm going to cut the four corners of that excess part so that I'll use it to put in the carton the way I'm doing right now. You do that round the carton. The same process you did in the carton, you do it to this cover. Make sure you keep space on both sides. So my paper was actually short, so I had to just cut another paper and join it there. Make sure you are careful, don't let your gum stain your paper. exactly the same process I did. Exactly the same process I did in the carton is the same thing you do in this cover. Don't forget it. The same pattern you used. The only difference is that the cover is going to be bigger than the carton. The cover is going to have like an extra inch with an extra part to use to hold the body of the carton. So in this case, if the carton was 3 inches, then the cover will be 3.5 inches. So in the course of this video, if you have any question, please pen them down so that after the video you can send the question to me. So now I'm trying to cover the upper part of this cover, and I'll do likewise to the down part of the other cover of the box. So after applying your gum, you stick it and make sure you use your hand to blend it very well. Make sure you gum every hole, because when you gum the paper, it will actually show those holes. So you make sure you seal those holes. Excuse me. Okay, so this is what the box looks like, and this is the cover. So I'll be using my ribbon to design the four corners of the box and the four corners of the cover. As you can see, I even covered the inside of the box with white paper, and I design it, and I also make the ribbon coil. This particular ribbon do coil. It is sold at 1,500. Thank you so much.